Debbie and I have been having a little bit of a conversation today, and we thought we would record it. And what the conversation was about was experiences that we have had with clients who have had shock collars, but a little bit of a twist on it. So, what our twist is the human testing out the shock collar. So, Debbie, tell us about your client.
A few years ago, I went to see this family, and they had a golden retriever pup. The dad was a little bit late getting to our session, and he walked in and he said, "Sorry, I'm late. I stopped at the store. I bought a shock collar." Well, of course, I was horrified. His wife looked at him and said, "What are you doing? We are not going to use that on this puppy." He looked at her. He told her that his mom had raised golden retrievers all their lives, always used a shock collar, and it's fine. It doesn't hurt. She looked at him and told him that if she could put it on him and turn it up all the way and shock him and it was okay, then they would use it. Of course, then I would be leaving. It needed to charge a little bit. So it was charging, and I was talking to them, and I was actually, of course, talking about the dangers of shock collars. And then we moved on to talk about puppy stuff. It started to blink. So he said, "It's ready." He couldn't wait. Put it on. She said, "Are you ready?" And he said, "I am ready." This man screamed a scream that you wouldn't recognize. His eyes filled with tears. He was trying so hard to pull it off of his neck. It was quite a traumatic experience for all of us. He got it off. He quickly ran, grabbed a hammer out of a drawer and smashed this thing, threw it in the garbage. He turned and looked at me with tears coming down his face and said, "I'm sorry, I never knew."
And my client, I arrived at their house and they had a couple small children and once again a puppy. Both the mother and the dad were pretty sold on this shock collar. After speaking with the mom, she's like, I don't think this is a good idea. And the dad kept saying, oh, yeah, why not? It's not going to hurt anything. It'll speed up the training a little bit. She said to him, why don't you put it on your neck? Let's just see how this even feels. And I said, you know what? Let's go out in the backyard and play frisbee with the kids. And you can
Love
kind of
that.
see what it would feel like running around the yard with it like your dog would. And he said, great idea. Well, one thing I can do is I can throw a frisbee and I can throw it to get it to go where I want it to go. After about 10 minutes of playing, I just winged that frisbee right across the property line. Well, the dad ran after it. He hit that line and almost collapsed. He was in so much pain. And I said, see, this is exactly how your dog feels. He took the collar off. He trashed it as well. But it was interesting. I got a phone call 2 days later and he was in his doctor's office. And I said, what's wrong? Is everything okay? And he said, I've had a migraine for 2 days now. I came to my doctor because I can't function.
Wow.
This was about a 180-pound man, and most dogs that we work with are not 180 pounds. They're closer to maybe 30, 35, maybe even a 80-pound dog. But when you think about what that shock did to someone who is two, maybe three times the size of your dog, imagine what that's doing to your dog.
And their skin is thinner. Even so, what do we care about that? It's pain. It's something that's horrible to do to anybody, especially somebody that we love, but to anybody. So remember, if it doesn't feel right to you, it's not.